Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be busting into a story kit from Ali Edwards. This is the Delight Story Kit. I honestly don't know what month it was, but if you're not familiar, Ali Edwards offers a story kit. And in that story, there's a theme, and this one was called Delight. So everything is geared towards things that bring you joy. So, evening delight, morning delight, happy heart, finding moments of delight in the ordinary. And there, obviously, the whole kit goes together as far as the collection goes. So here are some puppy stickers that pull out the same colors. There were a few of these kind of like what are these called? Like library card little moments. These are super cute with little journaling bits. You get a collection of 3x4 cards as well as 4x6. And then usually, where are they too? There's sometimes tiny word stickers. Have I lost it? Or maybe not this kit. Well, probably not this kit with tiny words, but you got a little bit of confetti in this one. So I did a video not too long ago where I did 2 layouts using the Awesome Story Kit. So this is going to be 2 layouts using the Delight Story Kit. I have one ready to go, and we will put together the second one as well. So I just wanted to show you what I'm doing, and hopefully you can play along, especially if you haven't used your kits. Because similarly for me, I subscribed, and for me, I did it was $19.90, so $20 a month. And you have to subscribe at that rate for 12 consecutive months. And so when my 12 months were over, I did cancel because honestly, in that whole year, I didn't use any of them. So I have them all to use. So that is why I'm probably making this series. And some of them will be repeated. If I get into a nice habit with them, I may subscribe again. But actually what I'm doing now is the stories by the month, which is just kind of themed per month. So I started in July. I do have the August one that got delivered just because I do a lot of consistent project life, even though I don't show the layouts here. And I felt that kit was better suited for me rather than the storytelling aspect of this. But with that being said, I do want to tell more longer length stories, and this is one that definitely rings true for me. So right now I already just cut out the word delight using my Jane Alpha dies anyway, and then I have 2 kind of photo strips of Vale playing with bubbles, and so I'll figure out what to do on this side and the journaling. So let's get started. I am so glad that I am getting to do this series and getting to use the products that I love dearly but just haven't put into my albums. So here I am just thumbing through the 3x4 cards and the 4x6. I really do like that delight that is repeated 3 times, and I have a 3x4 card cut from the same cardstock that I used on the left so that way they would match. And I really like the watercolor effect of that quote card for 4x6. So this is the basic layout as what I am using. I went ahead and printed my journaling on clear matte sticker paper, and that way the cardstock pattern would see through still. That's always a good trick, especially if you don't have a typewriter like I do, and I don't do Photoshop or anything else. So printing it in a Word document on sticker paper has worked out beautifully since learning this trick. And then on the delight card, I put the 3 delights that Vale has right now. So Bubbles, Maui is our golden doodle, and then Pink Donuts is her favorite from Dunkin' Donuts. Anytime you give her one, she will gladly devour the whole thing. And so that is what I put on the kind of prompt card. And then my journaling is simply talking about those a little bit more in length on the things that bring Valentina delight and how we played probably for an hour on our driveway with the bubbles. Like, bubbles are still just a great thing for kids. She can, and the thing is though too, she doesn't want to make the bubbles. She just wants to pop all the bubbles as I make them. But then when she does try to make them, they're never as big or as plentiful as when mommy does it. So then she quits and she gives it back to me, and the whole thing goes on and on and on. So in order to use just one more element from this collection, I wanted to use that chipboard kind of quote bubble.
And I could have done this with vellum, but instead I just took some of the packaging that we get plenty of, that clear packaging, and did a little flip moment with it too. So the card will be in the page protector, but then on the piece of plastic packaging, I have the chipboard on the outside, which technically blocks some of the journaling, but you can just easily flip it up and then you can read it through and through without a problem. But I went with a definite blue theme here, which worked out great. Then when I cut out the word delight, these are using the Jane Alpha stamp dot, or the Jane Alpha, that's the font called, it's called Jane. And I have the die set as well as the stamp set. So if I had a blue ink that I liked, I could have stamped it and then used the dies, but I just went ahead and used a cardstock that I knew had the blue that would tie it all together. So that's how I approached the word delight, just so that it was another big title on the other side to tie them in. When I went ahead and did this, you see me using my T-square ruler. This thing has always come in handy all the time. If you don't have a T-square, get one, especially if you like things lined up or in a straight line. It's always very useful. So I did it on the, how do you say it, like a vertical orientation, so that you read it upward. And the way I did the photo strips, it's just an 8 photo collage on a 5x7 print that I did in the app I always use is Moldiv, which I love because it doesn't leave a watermark on the free version like PicFrame does and some other ones. So that's how I simply did it, and just put a border on the photos, and that's how it was achieved. And that way I can print it at home on a 5x7 paper and it looks like photo strips. That was an easy way to go about that hack. And then I added the 3 orangey yellow hearts from the collection to tie it together. Then for the second layout, I loved the chipboard pieces that said morning delight, afternoon delight, and evening delight. And so I made this spread simply about my own delights instead of talking it in the perspective of Vale. And so I took a picture actually, though, these were on my camera rolls. These weren't even taken specifically for this, but I think when I thought about the prompts of what are my delights in the morning, afternoon, and evening, I just scrolled through my phone and collaged these 3 photos to print on a 4x6 photo. So it would definitely be, I got a new Nespresso machine, and we all have a love of coffee. I have an obsession with coffee. So this is nice, and it's in my nice little Lily Pulitzer coffee mug that I got for Christmas this year. So that is always a morning delight, necessity morning delight, in fact. Then my afternoon delight is always coming home on my lunch break to walk my golden doodle Maui. I love him so much. I'm a dog person through and through. I lost Zoe last 2 years ago, and so he is our second dog in our family, and he has definitely filled my heart love for puppies in my life. Again, I use the clear sticker paper for all my journaling, and this is done in a traveler's notebook. This one is from Coco Daisy, and then I'm going to tie in these heart stickers too. So I used 3 on the previous one. I'll use another 3 here. And when I did the collage, I muted down the colors, so it's not quite black and white. It's a little bit saturated with color, but I went into the black and white setting and then kind of scrolled it back a little bit so that there was a hint of color for this layout. And it was simple and easy, and I got to use these products. I hope you've enjoyed these videos using the Delight kit. So this one was the first one, a double page layout. Remember, I made the little flip up with just some acetate using another chipboard, and talked about all of Valentina's delights. Then I did this quick traveler's notebook insert where I talked about my morning, afternoon, and evening, and then embellished it with a few of the heart stickers from the collection as well. So another 2 layouts using my stash. I'm so excited. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, my crafty